Let me introduce myself. My name is Ashley. My original name is Ashley Jean Aura. Born in Jersey, raised here in Orlando, Florida. Been here since I was like 2, going on to 3 years old. I have 5 brothers and sisters. And what's the kicker about that? 6 of us, 6 kids, 3 birthdays. 3 birthdays. There's 3 of us with the same birthday. It's me and the twins. And I have my other 2 sisters. They have the same birthday. Their birthday in October. And I have a little sister, she has her own birthday. 6 kids, 3 birthdays. Both of my parents are from Haiti. My mom was born in a big family, and she is the baby of 13 kids. My dad, he's a firstborn, and both of his parents died in a car accident. So he had to stay with his auntie. And his auntie was a practicer of voodoo. My mom and my dad met in Jersey, I think they met. They met in Jersey. And prior to my mom and my dad getting together, my mom had my older sister. She came into the United States, not speaking a speck of English, but a man took her where he can speak English. I think he can speak Spanish too, but he was a man of money. But this guy that my mom got with, he was a practicer of voodoo. He did not like my mom and her sister, so he tried to put voodoo on my mom so she can be kept away from her sister. He was a jealous man because my mom was so beautiful. He even accused her of, talking to another man in the elevator. He was jealous, but he had a lot of money. But my mom, she had my older sister. He would take the car, be gone all day, and he will come back before the time she has to go to work. And when she comes home, he takes the car and be gone all day. So she don't really like going anywhere besides work and go to a grocery store. After what he did, try to put voodoo on my mom to keep her away from her sister, my mom, she noticed that she had, enough money to leave. So my sister at the time was 2.5 years old. So she saw she had money. She packed up her things and she left. Never seen that man again in her life. I can't really, talk so much about where she went and stuff like that, but I just know that my mom and my dad, they met in Jersey, and yeah, they got together, they got married. They also found a homeless man in Jersey where he ended up being our guardian. So when my mom and my dad had me, my mom was pregnant again, so she had the twins, but the twins was born on my birthday, right? But for me, I was conceived before marriage, but birthed in the marriage. My sister and brother, the twins, they were born in the marriage. And then after that, they also met another man who ended up being the father of my two sisters. That's a later story. They all came down. They came down here, and they came down to Orlando. And our first home was in an apartment. And my mom told me that we was only there for like 6 months in the ghetto. Like in the ghetto. Okay. My mom, she did housekeeping, and she also took care of old people. And after that, when they, after the 6 months, my mom told me that, I think she told me last year or the year before that, that her and my dad didn't even buy the house. It was my dad and another man, the same man that's a father to two of my sisters, purchased a house. So they purchased a house in the ghetto, but at the time it was nice. But they call it Pine Crime in Orlando. For those who know, Pine Hills. I lived in Pine Hills in North Lane. I went to all the schools: Meadowbrook, Rolling Hills, Molly Ray, Evans. I went there. So yeah, they call the hood Pine Crime. And I remember I was 4 years old when we moved into that home. A 4-bedroom, 2-bath home. A 1,600 square foot home, you know. I don't remember we had a pool at the time. I don't remember, but we did have a pool. Big backyard. Front yard is big, you know. It was a home. It was a home. And fast forward, you know. What else? So how we was raised, like, you know, both my parents are Haitian, you know, raised in a Haitian home, you know, eating good, sauce pois légumes, sauce poisson, you know, all that, you know, all that type of stuff, you know. My dad, he was cool. We're outside all the time, and my mom, she was strict. I remember we would go to the movies, and I don't remember my dad even ever paying for movie tickets, but I know that we snuck in. We went to the movie theaters over there in West Oaks. We went there, and my dad would sneak away to get into one of the, you know, the rooms at the movie theater. And how he did it, he was, because nobody there in the front to come to talk to us. So that's how he found his way to go in, find a room so we can go watch the movie. And so we did. I remember, I don't know how old I was at the time, but I remember watching one movie with Ashley Judd and Morgan Freeman. That's one of my favorite movies. And another one was, we ended up watching Baby Boy. I'm talking about Baby Boy. And I'm talking about the whole unadulterated movie. We watched it. We were little kids watching that movie, and that's a no-no. But we went to the movies. So I remember one day my mom, she came home from work. She told my dad no, that he cannot take us to the movies. I did not understand at the time why she told him no. But maybe she felt it in her spirit. Now, the kids are watching inappropriate movies. God is talking to her, you know. So I'm like, I don't know, but I didn't know at the time what was going on. So, yeah.